Okay. Now, what was this about the tortoise that you were talking about, which is why you missed recording? You can't.
Because the tortoises are amazing. Because the Galapagos tortoises, and they're huge. Okay. That's probably the end of the talk.
Yeah, that was fucking amazing. Oh, I'll come back with some amazing topics from the zoo.
Well,
Since Caleb missed recording to spend time with his family.
a small but interesting fact is that their eyesight is extremely poor, to the point that if there is a rock that even vaguely resembles a tortoise, it will try and fuck it.
We've all been there. Okay, today we are playing Pokemon Red for a bit. I've already done a lot of playing because I got rid of all the bullshit. And we'll be playing a different Pokemon game later doing something else. This is not a Let's Play, this is just playing while we chat about bullshit. Okay, continue!
Continue.
Now, when last our hero left, he was getting his ass handed to him by Misty, because I like picking Charmander, who's the fire Pokemon, and Misty is a water trainer. And while I got past the rock one okay, I couldn't beat Misty's Starmie. So we've left that for a bit, and we're going to do some training.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I've never played these games.
Yeah, well, that's why it's going to be good.
I just used to watch the show to Pokemon Misty.
Which was okay at the time, because you were in school.
Yeah, I was like
and both the
11
same
years
age.
old.
Yes. So don't come here with your hate. You know, some truth be told, Misty was my first crush. When I was like 6.
I think my first crush was actually a teacher at preschool. She had red hair. She
You
was
are
so
a
pretty.
Randy motherfucker.
Ah.
Don't I have an Estes ticket?
Well, SS ticket?
Yeah.
Man, this is messed up.
It's the SSN motherfucker.
The SS. Oh, okay, right. I was like, straight away went to Nazis.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a reference like SS and then Anne Frank. But that would just be fucked up on the mindset of the... But then again, it is a game based around essentially taking these magnificent creatures and forcing them to dogfight.
Yep.
Yay, what an amazing creature.
Get in the ball. Fight.
Okay. Old man, gentleman. Gentleman
man,
wants to fight.
Gentleman wants to fight. I say, Shelly Jim, would you like to fight?
Now, on the topic of the tortoise fucking everything,
Yeah.
I looked at a thing the other day of the average penis sizes.
Right.
Oh, you have no idea. I'd raised this fucking Magikarp from a bloody level 5 Magikarp, and now it is a level 20 Gyarados.
But
Okay.
it still has a pin dick.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately. You hang in there, Hydra. It is so fucking retarded, man. Like, Magikarp evolves at level 20, and it learns Tackle at level 15. Otherwise, it just splashes on the spot for 15 levels.
Wow. Are you sure this is a game?
Yes.
Kind of just looks like... I don't know. Moving pixels.
Oh, shut up. This is what we had back in the day. Just because you spent your childhood sticking berries up your nose.
Hey man, running for your life when being with nothing but a stick and a rock for self-defense.
Chasing... Being chased by rabid kangaroos and drop bears.
Yeah. Don't forget the hoop snakes.
Ah, yes, the hoop snakes.
I think the wild boar was probably more
Cartwheeling
of a-
after you.
So good. For our international viewers, watch out for them. Those drop bears. Holy shit.
Yeah,
will...
they drop from you from the trees, okay?
Yep.
And then they just, you know, they can eat a pound of human flesh in one sitting.
Yeah. Well, if you're lucky, they eat the flesh. Otherwise, they just sort of
Kill you and then leave.
rip your guts out and drink your blood while you exsanguinate.
They are aggressive creatures. And then there's the hoop snakes. And you just gotta, just imagine normal snakes that you're talking about. And then these ones would just be like, like fucking hula hoops running towards you.
Bowling over logs and shit, coming at you.
And they always hunt in packs.
Holy fuck. My god, you gotta get fast. Yep.
I mean,
Australian
fuck,
bushwalk.
man. We basically have our own Pokemon here.
Yeah. I wish we had bears. Man.
Bears would be easier to kill.
Yeah.
You can see a bear.
Fuck yeah.
Most of the
Drop bears,
creatures-
death from above.
Yeah. Most of the creatures in Australia, you don't know you've run into one unless you get really good at tracking or you know what you're looking for.
Or you're dead.
Yeah.
If you wake up dead, surefire thing, you came across something from Australia.
You don't know you've run into a creature in Australia, a dangerous creature in Australia, until you've either fucking stepped on it or you've brushed past it. And then, BAM! Instant death.
Yep. Like, we don't even live in that much of a tropical region. Not anyway. We're like one of the highest points in Australia. But you travel like an hour from here, an hour and a half maybe, and you go for a walk in the rainforest. Man, there's all sorts of shit. Fucking trees that like sting you. Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I was watching a podcast the other day on Keep It Classy, which is another sort of channel that does something similar to this.
Oh, it's way less classy than that.
And one of the fellas was talking about a thing called the suicide plant,
Oh.
where people have actually killed themselves to escape the pain.
Well, that sounds
And I'm going to look that up in a second.
intriguing.
But before we waffle any further,
Ah.
I'm going to do this. 80 countries. Like, the Congo, the average penis size in the Congo is 7.1 inches.
Hung
That is the
like
average.
a fucking moose.
North Korea is 3.8.
Oh.
And there's a little-
Australia, we're at least 2 inches bigger.
I've got
Well,
a
not
list
at
here.
least,
Yeah, the average. I got a list here, and I might put it in the link later when I upload this. This was done, I can't remember who. I think it was done by the World Health Organization, but it might have been done by someone else. But there's a chart here, and in the red are the smallest, and the green are the largest, in terms of average size. Yeah, the Congo. Okay, if all the you size queens out there, and gay people looking for a fun time. The Congo is at 7.1, and it is the largest, and that is the average. Like, god damn.
That means there are
much
guys
larger.
pushing that average up. That's terrifying.
Australia is 5.2.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
okay.
We're alright.
Doing okay. We're better than Korea.
It goes Korea and then India. India's 4.
Well, there you go.
Some consolation for all that rape. The Philippines are 4.2.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should have picked up while I was there.
You should have.
Yeah,
Would have been tied up
No, I
into
was-
the paint.
I was shy.
Yep.
I know I could have just gone. I don't know how to pick up.
Yeah, but you also could have got like lots of diseases.
Yeah,
Like
mean-
unless you were, you know.
I suppose I could have just flopped my dick out and been like, "Hey, can you do better?"
But that may yeah.
I'm pretty sure this dude was having a threesome, and I just walked in on it.
Oh.
Oh man,
So
this
he
will make
chucked his Nidoran at you.
a pointy rat. Pity I have my giant shrimp.
Woohoo!
My giant monstrous shrimp. Don't poison me, please. Israel is 5.6. Pity to all those racists out there. The Muslims are beating us.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
I know that's not politically correct. Fuck off.
I don't think it's just correct, full stop. Actually. But anyway. That's alright. It's alright, I can't actually remember what is correct, so I'm not gonna follow that subject.
Germany's 5.7, so the Krauts are beating us.
What were we?
5.2.
5.7. Oh man.
Denmark 6.
Well, Vikings have to be well hung. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we're in the orange here, man. There's red, orange, yellow, and green. So all these guys are beating us.
Oh man, there's a big feral.
It could lead to a lot of our country being multinational because we've got a lot of people from other countries. We're basically just like a hub.
Yeah.
And it also depends on what kind of people did the survey.
Yeah, but like think about it. We've got quite a lot of Sudanese people living in Australia.
Yeah,
That
they're the
means,
ones
like,
pointing it up. We
Oh,
could be a lot smaller.
oh man. The more I read about other persons of genetic heritage, I
Black don't
I
crack,
feel
motherfucker.
constantly genetically inferior.
What was it, Stephen K. Amos's thing? Is like, some stereotypes I can live with.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great skit about stereotypes. I was just walking down the street, and this old lady crossed the road to be on the other side from me.
Clutched her handbag. That was
Clutched
the
her
other one.
handbag.
Old lady, I walked up to her and she clutched her handbag in fear. I was just, oh, fuck you, old lady. You know what I did, ladies and gentlemen? I took that handbag.
Ah, I love that skit. He's a good man.
Bulgaria's 5.9. Sweden's 5.8. All those tall, blonde, amazing physiqued individuals.
Sons of bitches.
Sweden, Netherlands is 6.2. And a lot of those countries are the ones that we should be following anyway, not fucking America. Half of those places have just so much better culture and society.
You mean like education and healthcare?
Yeah. If it makes you feel better, the largest penis in the world, I think is American, is like 13.2 or something.
And it's a black man.
No. White as the driven snow.
Ah.
And he doesn't want to be in porn. I think he wants to be a journalist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
If he's married?
This was the guy I was telling you about that was like, oh, it's so hard to, having the giant penis because it's hard to... he wants to find love, but everyone just wants to fuck him, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you motherfucker!
Yeah. Well, he better find a stretchy lass.
Because I
Holy
think the
shit.
thing that he was going on was, because he's the one in the Guinness Book of Records. He was going on about how most women will try him once, but then never go back. Because the other thing that along with the penis survey is the vagina survey. But it is a little harder to gauge because you'd have to be poking things inside.
Way more invasive.
Yeah. But the average vagina is the same to like the average penis. The average vagina in Australia would be about 5 inches
Yeah.
in. Which is, you know, upsetting for when you get mismatched. What was it? Because someone had like there was a girl who had... Because, I mean, I don't think I'm very, you know, well endowed. But I have been with some women. And it's just... You just can't get in there. Because it's just painful. And I heard someone say the other day, they were going on about how... Actually, it was on the other podcast. They were saying that a chick came up to him and was like, you know, and she said it was, you know, that this chick, it was bad having the 3 inch in vagina. And he was like, you know, how is that bad? And basically she grabbed him by his dick and, you know, pointed it up and then just sat there slapping it on the top and was like, does that feel good? And he was like, no. And it's like, imagine that inside you. So yeah, just basically take your erect penis and slap it on the top. That's what it feels like. So no, bigger is not always better. You just gotta find out. I mean, there are the size queens who enjoy the pain, but most women are like, no, I don't like being punched in the cervix.
Yeah. But it's still fun to try. I just got hate. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
No, you're not. Don't apologize. If you apologize, they will smell weakness.
And then they'll troll us and leave horrible comments.
Yes.
As if we read them.
The social justice
as if we
warriors of
care.
the world. No, we will not be reading the comment sections. Oh, I might give it a glance every now and again, but otherwise I'm not going to really give a shit.
Or we might choose out the best and the worst comments.
If we ever get popular, which I find it hard to believe we ever will.
I find it hard to believe that we ever won't. Because we're so phantasmagorical.
There's a lot of this stuff. I mean, you know, we could be good, but, you know. That, we just got so much hate for people in general. Well, I do. I don't know about you.
I do have hate.
I would like people to be educated by these videos and enjoy it, you know, maybe watch it while they go to sleep. But if you don't like it, then, honest to God, fuck off. There are other things that you can find on the internet that you will like. You don't have to follow people to rag on them.
Yeah.
Was this the guy that said, I like little boys in this? A
What?
sailor comes up to you in this ship and is like, I like feisty kids like you. And it just immediately sets alarm bells off to me and is just like, I need an adult.
Should I be playing this?
The Czech Republic is another one that's quite large.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, sorry. There is another dude who has a bigger penis than the 13-inch one,
Whoa.
but his doesn't qualify. I think he's a Mexican fella. Maybe it's why Trump is so afraid. But his is mostly foreskin.
Oh.
I think he has a weird... he either has a weird skin condition, or doctors theorize that he's been hanging weights off the end of his dick for the last 20 years or something to get a bigger penis. But all it's done is stretch the skin around it. I think he had a fair amount of girth to begin with, because the penis looks fairly large. But his actual penis is only about 7 inches long. So it's still alright.
Yeah.
But it's not, you know, the 2 meters long that
That
it
means
is.
he's got like... That's a lot of foreskin. That's
Yeah.
not attractive.
He's constantly got, like, urinary tract infections, and
Yeah. You would
it's
need
just,
to
he
wash
can't
really
get an
well.
erection, and he can't, like, you know, wash inside it fully. He's constantly got it wrapped in bandages and all
Oh
that.
man.
It is just nasty.
Get that shit chopped off, buddy. It's not worth it.
Yeah, there is surgery that he can have to fix it, but he doesn't want it because he likes having the biggest dick.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't even have sex.
you need to brush up on the height. Nah, that's not worth it. Yeah.
There was an article that I'll probably post in the comments because I'll post all these in the comments, all these stories, so that you can go and have a look at it yourself. Because that is the idea. You do your own research. There is no one person that is the, you know, font of all knowledge. Even the most intelligent person of a subject matter, you can take their opinion, but even they still have stuff to learn.
Yeah.
The world is constantly evolving. You best, like, you know, you'd want to... I'm not saying this in regards to, you know, if a scientist comes along and says, you know, this, they're probably true.
Because
and unless
the only motherfucker that's been researched.
Yeah. Unless you went...
type of frog for the last 40 fucking years
Yeah.
get a life.
Unless you want to go and research that frog as well, and do all that, and, you know, spend the next 40 years of your life studying it, then you can't just pull out of your ass and go, no, I think this.
Yeah. But that frog might be the cure to cancer, so let's not be too disparaging.
Yeah, unless you have done research yourself, you can't just, and I mean proper research, not just going on the nearest website that agrees to your opinions and go, well, this place, you know,
Cross-reference, people.
Yeah.
Cross-reference.
these 100 sites disagree with me, but this site agrees.
Yeah. So I must be right.
Which will make, because
That looks like an alternative fact to me.
there's a
Sorry,
guy
back
here
again.
in, like, you know, some third world country, man, who lost his arm, and he made a new one out of just parts he found at the tip.
What a fucking boss.
Now, and we were talking about foreigners or boat people in another video, and you know, look at this. Can you imagine the kind of name someone? You know, think of someone around here with the education that we have
Yeah.
in high school and all the rest of it that could make their own fucking bionic arm from scratch. He has had no education.
Yeah, and he is determined to be.
He just wants. He made his arm
A
to
useful-
provide for his family.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't with only one hand, and then he fucking with one arm made his own new arm, and now you know takes stuff apart at the tip and sells it and all the rest of it. That's what he did. He
Yeah.
basically just got a bunch of old computers that he found at the tip and car parts and made his own new hand.
That's fucking amazing.
Prick.
I would
I mean,
say,
I
sweet,
feel-
I want to do that, but I'm not sure if I actually have drive to do that
Yeah.
unless my arm has been cut off.
Like I felt like a hacker fixing up all the game stuff that I've had to do to make all these videos and record them and whatnot, and all the not emulators. And then this guy, I want a fucking robotic hand, man.
Look at my new arm.
If I lose a hand, I want that. I don't want some dumb plastic prosthesis. I want that.
He's the next Iron Man, man.
Yeah.
Like, Tony Stark built that shit from bits and pieces in a cave. He built that from a goddamn rubbish tip. With one arm. Eat that, Tony Stark. In your privileged lifestyle.
Yeah, and your proper education. There's also another pic here of Donald Trump holding hands with Theresa May, who's the Prime Minister of Britain.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And she's just an absolute bitch. She's like a new Thatcher. She is just... like, people go, oh, you know, it'd be nice having a female Prime Minister, it'd be so progressive. Women can be cunts as well.
Women can be racist as well.
And she's, you know, all for Brexit and all the rest of it. Or I think she may
dear
have
God.
been against Brexit, and then when she came
To get
into
in.
Parliament, yeah, and she was all for it now that she's in it.
Yeah.
But, you know, Brexit's another thing. You bunch of racist poms.
Yeah, but one
Racist old poms.
But one of the biggest searches, Google searches, after that vote happened in Britain was, what is the European Union?
Fuck that just...
I mean, honestly. What did I just vote? Oh.
Yeah. You know,
Shit.
that's all it was. People were just on there and said, oh, you know what? You know, if we leave the European Union, we might get rid of all these foreigners hanging around. That was it. And they were like, oh yeah, I don't want these filthy darkies taking all my jobs and shit.
Yeah, now, oh yeah, I'll have a curry, thanks.
Yeah,
Dickheads.
it's all this foreign culture that we just use and we have nothing. Like, half
Yeah,
the
keep
shit
'em
you would
out. Let's
have.
go get a kebab.
Yeah.
Dickheads.
You know, when we go to lunch, we should fucking have a kebab.
Oh, kebab.
I think my Gyarados is gonna die.
No.
Oh, you beautiful Hydra. Hail Hydra. But yeah, there's a comment here from Twitter that someone posted. And I'm gonna get rid of him in a second because that beeping's annoying me. One of the comments was, Donald Trump and Theresa May holding hands is enough to make my vagina dry for the next 3 centuries.
Oh, that's beautiful. Ah, yeah, that is good. I second that motion.
enough to make my dick hide inside me like a frightened turtle.
Oh, look that we just.
There it is. There it is.
I like feisty kids like you.
Help me.
Why don't you
I need
come
an
wrestle
adult.
with me in the galley?
I need an adult.
Oh,
I
he
am
looks
an
scary
adult.
too.
He is the big burly sailor. Oh, help me.
And he's going to squirt you with his horsey.
Help me, giant shrimp. No! No! Help me, fire lizard.
Uh-oh. He squirted on your fire lizard.
Don't squirt me anymore.
Mega punch.
This is bringing back terrible memories. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you fucked his day.
Yeah. That's because he is my beast. Seismic toss.
Seismic toss.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... This is getting awfully sexual. Now, to get rid of that, and come on to Nightmare Fuel.
Fainted.
And speaking of Pokemon, sort of, scientists have created a pig-human hybrid.
That's a sculpture.
Yes, I know it is a sculpture. But they have created a pig-human hybrid. It just never left the womb.
For the purpose of
Yes.
organ generation. Yeah. For people that don't know, we already use pig organs for organ transplants and particularly for heart valves in surgery. We also
Because we're
use
very...
gut.
It, makes us terribly... what's the... The term of how easily we can be crossed with pigs is disturbing. Along with the greed and just how we like to make pigs of ourselves.
Are we sure that there wasn't like experimental trials in America? Because I'm pretty sure they just elected one.
Oh no, it is the pig men.
It fucking looks like it.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
They took what was it? A creation of an embryo with both human and pig DNA. And they're like, and to be clear, the artwork above is a photo of a sculpture.
Yeah.
Transplant that the results raised the possibility of xenogenerating transplantable human tissues and organs towards addressing the worldwide shortage of organ donors.
Yeah. Which has been a problem with increased car safety. That's something that they're seriously looking at in the future because companies like Tesla and Volvo and BMW and Mercedes have got pretty darn good like driverless hardware and software. So you just hop in and say, I want to go to work, and it takes you there.
Just make a couple of cars crash.
It's so much safer.
I mean, that's why they're always...
They're actually in risk in the future of, statistically, at this point,
Yeah.
statistically, so much at risk of being short on organ transplants that it's becoming a real problem.
And then there's all those selfish cunts that won't give up their organs.
I'm an
whatever
organ
reason.
donor. I have my card in my wallet.
I should do it.
Yeah, you should.
I'm just too lazy.
You never know when you're going to get hit by a bus and a baby
Yeah.
needs your liver.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I just won't get my license until they get a driverless car, and then I'll get it.
You might not have to get a license, most of these driverless cars.
Yeah.
You might just be able to drive a car and hop in it.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I'll just go to bed, sleep in the back. Raised the possibility, and according to the paper. But while the embryo was only allowed to develop for a few days, the genesis of this early stage creature revives an uncomfortable debate about whether animal-human hybrids are horrifying monsters waiting to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was just. I think it was
interesting
possibly
ethical
a.
discussion.
Yeah, I think it was possibly a pig embryo that they injected with human DNA, merged it, created it. So obviously it's combined.
Yeah, they've found out that it actually worked.
It didn't just reject the two didn't just reject each other. They actually melded.
Yeah.
And so they've created more viable organs. But if you were allowed, but this also proves that if you were allowed to bring this creature to it, if it was finished its birthing term
completely
and
gestated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
and was born, how long would this thing survive?
Yeah, that's right.
Would
And
we
then
just
you've
have
got
monsters?
the ethical issue